recording. Okay, I'm going to share this because a lot of students was asking that kind of question. So, for example, this is what usually you see, right?
Yes.
So, do you click on this part?
Yes.
Okay, so as soon as you click on this, you will have a larger one, right?
Okay.
So that's what most of people have problems. Let me reshare because I want to share desktop and stuff browser so that people can see. Hold on. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to share the desktop. So have you done the the assessment?
I have not. I was wondering if we were. You mean the ready assessment?
Yeah, yeah.
I was wondering if you wanted us to do that or not. I'll hop to that as soon as we're done.
Well, it's actually at the end of the chapter, the end
Okay.
of almost like the summary. The summary is one. So now I'm going to share the screen. So make sure that when people watch this one, they can see. Okay, so here's the one. Okay, so usually if you do this, you do not see all the figures, right?
Uh-huh.
Good morning.
You do not see all the figures.
If you have
So
questions
instead,
while
I'm going to
lectures,
refresh this one again. Instead, you click on this, okay?
Okay.
So when you click on this, you still cannot see, right? But you
Right.
can make this one bigger. If you still cannot see the whole thing, you make the controls minus. And now you can see the whole.
Good morning. Xiangen
Okay.
Hu, Thursday,
Okay.
January 21st. Welcome to a truly
And that
unique
way-
educational experience.
That way you
It is
can,
likely that you've never taken an online class like this one. So we have created this guide to help get you started.
okay. So that's what you need to do. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Cindy. That's the problem I want to address about yours. Okay.
What kind of businesses are you looking for?
Okay. No, that's my phone. My phone is answering my questions. So you can, for example, if you do this, you will be able to see, you will be able to see the whole screen. So when even in assessment, you see the whole question.
Okay.
So Cindy, I cannot hear you, Cindy.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. So
Okay.
you have the problem, you cannot see the whole thing only because you are looking at this. You're looking at this, right? In there, right?
I went through the whole lecture,
Yes, you read
the
the
whole
lecture.
the whole series of lectures, but got
Yes.
to the end when it said that I needed to take the quiz,
Yes.
and I clicked on it, and the only thing that I can see on for the quiz is the answers.
Yes. Do you know why?
Why is that?
Because you did not, if you click on, say, remember, this is what you see, right? You are writing the course within this window, right?
Uh-huh.
If you click on here, look. Okay.
Okay.
Now you can see, now if you do it, you can do the following, see? Now you can see the whole thing. If you are doing in that window, because university, I tried to enlarge this one, university never, the system doesn't work. So in order to see the whole lecture, you can do this. Now you can see the whole thing. Even before, when you see this one, you like this, for example, you don't even see you don't even see everybody.
Welcome to a truly
Right?
unique educational
Yes.
experience.
Exactly. You need to make sure you click on this button.
So we have created
Okay.
this guide to help get you
Okay.
started. We will
So
spend a
now
few minutes
you
going over
because
some of the special functions of this online
you do not
course.
even if this way basically this is bad. Okay, somehow the university interface is not very good. You have to scroll, and this way you do not have to.
Okay.
Okay.
That answers my question.
Now there's other things about the quiz. The quiz you actually can do as many times as you want.
Okay.
Okay, you can get your quiz perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know how?
How's that?
Okay, so here's how the quiz works. Okay, So in the quiz, for every chapter, we can have anywhere from, in the first chapter, we have 13 quiz questions. Okay. If you did one thing right, so let me go to one of my test thing here for you to see that the quiz questions, how does it work. Okay, that's very important because I want to use the quiz as part of the learning instead of testing you. Okay. So for example, this is my my other link for this one. So I'm going to give this one. It's let me see. Well, I'm going to go to the summary. Okay, go to chapter summary here.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to this one is going to go
Today is Thursday, January 21st.
Okay.
Good morning, Xiangen. We went over a total of 9 topics in this chapter.
I'm
They
gonna
were areas of psychological research,
okay.
sources of knowledge, the scientific
Any
of
given
psychology,
time, if you think this is
basics
too
of applied
fast,
research,
you can click
goals
here.
of science,
Okay.
and an introduction
Okay.
to methods
You
of
can click
science.
here, and it's going to stop.
Okay.
And you can bookmark this one, and this can send you an email, and you can click the link, directly drop where you were.
Okay.
Okay. And also you can repeat, and you can go to previous. So that's what
We also covered doing science, proof, and disproof, and the research process. Let us summarize what we have learned in this chapter. We discussed the scientific method, which combines empiricism and rationalism. We also talked about the goals of science, description, prediction, and explanation. To get ready for the later chapters, we have also mentioned the experimental method, which allows for explanation of cause and effect relationships. Finally, we briefly discussed testing a hypothesis. It will be important to keep these in mind as the semester moves forward. Now, I want you to review Chapter 1. The end of chapter quizzes should be available for you. You take as many times as you want. At the end, your score for Chapter 1 quiz is the highest score. You are now required to take your chapter quiz on Define.
Well, don't worry about the undefined. That's something that I need to fix. Okay. So now this is your quiz. Now you can see all the things because you have the whole thing in your viewpoint, right?
Yeah.
So now do this one because this is also like a basically this is the field of knowing is not factored into your grades, your score. Okay. But I do want you to have a measure of something like this. How familiar are you with this? Okay. So now, if you click on any one of those, okay. For example, if I click on if I'm absolutely sure this is right. So if here is psychology from the visual brain. So that's probably psychobiology, right? Now, look, if I'm only select the one, in other words, oh, I got this answer, but I'm not confident. Now, if you're not confident on their answer, you only have a quarter of a point. You're not going to get 4 points. Okay. So now, if you only need to have this one, and then you submit, and now you can check the score. Now that said, hey, you get 1 point. Okay. You get 1 point, and this is the computation. So in other words, you select the right answer, you got 0.25, and then the remaining, if you click 1, that means I don't have any confidence. So in other words, the system is going to take you, oh, you're basically guessing those things right. So you don't have any confidence. But if you have confidence 7, that means, okay, you're 100% confident. So if you have a 6, so that's 0.25 multiplied by 0.75 equals to 1. Okay. Now also, sometimes, especially you want to see how other people reading this one. If you click on over here, this is actually saying, well, so far this problem has been done, selected by many students. And you can say, well, geez, somebody actually selected cognition 9 times. That's interesting. But your answer, psychobiology, is the majority. Okay. And also in the future, for example, if we're in the chapter 5, okay, chapter 5, you can have a problem of like 40 problems, okay, but the 40 problem quiz questions, only 15 of them from chapter 5, and then a few other questions from previous chapters, randomly selected. So it's likely that that specific problem you actually took more than once. You can see how did you do that problem before. Okay. Now this is me, so in other words, I'm doing a lot of testing. So you can see I actually selected wrong 9 times, right? So that's what happened. Okay. Now, so in this case, since I select the wrong, you see here, it's like only consider your most recent 13 items. So now here's a trick. Okay, just imagine this. You say, oh, I made a mistake. So if in the recent 13 times I made a mistake, I can push this mistake out of the top 13. Okay. So all I need to do, just do consecutively a number of questions correct. Now I can push my most recent mistakes out of my 13. And then you get a full score. Understand?
Okay.
Okay. Now, your score over here, for example, my average quiz, this one is 73%. 70, that because I also have some, bad choice, and I'm confident that's the right choice that actually hurt me. Okay.
Okay.
So if I continuously to make sure that all the answers are right, and also I have the full confidence, then I will have most recent number of quizzes are all positive, all firm. Then I get my 100% quiz.
Okay.
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 So that's the quiz, because I'm every single one of those chapter quizzes are reinforce your understanding and memory of what you have learned. Okay.
Okay.
And it's going to be continuously help you throughout this semester, and also for your 30/20.
Okay.
Now, if you do not bother to make a perfect score, you can have it. Okay. And then at the end of the semester, you say, oh, one of the sets as a quiz is really terrible. You can go back and do it again.
Okay.
So yeah, in other words, remember this is online, and then you are welcome actually, and when you answer any questions, on any one of those questions, you can go next. You say, well, this is problem. It's not. You can read the book. The purpose is trying to make sure that you understand the content. Okay.
Okay.
You can read a book, and then make notes, so on and so forth. And also, for example, if I can select anything, right? So for example, I probably get something that is wrong, right? So if it's wrong, so if I click 7, I would have negative point, right? So if I do this, and I'm likely I'm going to have a negative 2.5. In other words, I'm not sure, but I have to make one choice. And that just hurt me by, so now you can see I have two rows.
Okay.
Okay. And then see my quiz, the grades is dropping.
Yeah.
Now for me, in order to push the most recent, things out of my top 13, I have to do another 13 to push this back. Okay.
Okay.
Now, also you can see your data. You can see your data. So if what I would do is do the following. So let me go this one here. This is your data. This is your entire data. This is one over here. So for example, this is more on. See here. This is me answering these questions. Okay, you will be able to access your own data. Okay, so now let's do one more thing here. Okay, because one of the things that we want to do is not only you want to know how well you understand, because the best is like, this is not a fan class. This is the entire semester. How much I actually learned. Okay, so of course you want to see. So in other words, if we do this one, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to say, this or this or this or this. In other words, I'm doing those kind of those hesitation. Okay, so finally, I think scientific approach involve using this might be the the one. Okay, so I'm going to go make my confidence here. Okay, so now if I submit and check the score, I think I got it what? I got it right. Okay, but when you access your score, say, well, I have a confidence of 7 getting it right, but actually, am I really that certain? So you can go over here, you actually can see this is your hesitation. You say, well, at this time I click on that choice. Remember, I'm switching the choices. Okay, you actually can do that, right? Now, other things that you can do is this. So for example, I'm gonna close this one, and I'm gonna next one. So this one I'm gonna do this, right? So I'm gonna create anything. So not only I give a confidence, I say, well, I think this is the right answer because blah, blah, blah. So you can write a note. Okay, now you write a note, and then let's do a submit over here, submit, and check the score. So this is your score, I'm wrong. And you say, geez, how can I make a mistake like that? Okay, so now you can go over here, you can say, what am I thinking? So you over here, you actually can see the notes you select that problem.
Okay.
Okay? So now I will give you a link. I give you a link for you and for Teresa, all right? All right? It's so let me try to do this one. I will give you a link. Okay, so over here, I'm going to search, this is you. Okay, so this is all your answers, Cindy. Okay, so this is what all your answers, the questions, this is on what time you complete on which thing, which frame. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a unique link. Okay, it's a public link, but this link is only for you. Okay, nobody can guess those gibberish. Nobody can guess it right. So this one here, okay, would basically provide access to yours. Okay, now since I'm recording the screen, I do not want anybody else to check your grade. So what I'm going to do is, over here, I am going to just remove this one, remove this link. In other words, I'm gonna get a new link, okay, for you. Nobody else. So I want everybody to send me an email using your Gmail, so I can send you a unique link.
Okay.
So you can go in and look at your thing. For example, in this case, I'm gonna do the following. So and you, I am going to go to myself. I think. Okay, so this would be me. Okay, so if I anybody can try this. Me, I can get the public link. That's not a problem. So I can remove it, but I'll do that. So now if I test link, so if I am a student and I did answer some questions, okay, so I will go over here. I will say, I'm actually the most recent time that I'm actually answered a few questions, right? So for example, this is my answer. So if you click, and this would be my answers, okay? Those are pop quizzes. And now you can see there I'm doing a lot of testing. So in other words, you can go over the most recent ones. This is January 16, and then I'm going to go to this. Let me see. Go to. So that's my answer. This is my most recent answer. I click, and I say, hey, why was it wrong? Why I got it wrong?
Okay.
Okay. So I think this is, I really wish that when I'm learning specific course that I can, make this available to, someone make this available to me. Okay. And also this one also give you an opportunity to argue with me. You say, you know what? I make that choice at that time. This is my thinking. I deserve a point.
Okay.
Okay, that's completely. I would admire students actually that level of seriousness for your courses.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's the that's what I want to share with you, because as you know, this course it's not like I just in front of camera and give lectures. I hate it. I hate that. I suck. So this is the way that I create those avatars. And then
I like that. That is very neat.
well, it is actually it's very easy. Think about this. If I'm giving a lecture in front of a camera, nobody in front of me, I suck. I'm very good at giving lectures in front of a room full of students. If I'm watching a camera, I just have no idea where my eye is gonna go, right? And then, for somebody like me, I'm never happy about my own, kind of act. I will take me hours for 5 minutes video. Okay. And this way, just simple. I just type. I can change anything. For example, yesterday I was gonna type something about inauguration message. I can do that. I can do it at any given time. Okay. But if I do video myself, I have to remake it. Okay. But also, one of the person that actually helped the Jeff Black, he was a student from last class. Okay, he was an A+ class in that student in that class, so he volunteered to help. Great. So he actually have he's going to create a module, an auditor called the survival guide for stats. Okay. And also, just additionally, remember, this is a lot of data here, right? Now, just in the future, if in the 2020, I want to do a research project. Okay, you're welcome to come with come back and say, hey, Dr. Hu, I was in the class, and I think there's a lot of data collected. Can we just write IRB and then just do some work? That's not a problem. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
I do. I have one question now. Now, are we going to be doing this Zoom meeting with you once a week, or how is that going to work?
Well, so here's what what happens. Since right now we don't have to drive to see people, okay, and of course I feel very lonely. But so here's something that I encourage. Think about this. If we have a class, you go to class, right? And then you have to be there and everybody's there, right? But sometimes, you have other priorities. Geez, I wish the classes some other times. Now, it's different for online because you choose this time online because that's the best time for you, okay? So now just imagine in classes, say, well, I go to class today, I have a problem, I can ask a student, ask a teacher, or I can wait for tomorrow. Or I say, I don't have any questions because I'm not ready for this class at all. I don't have any problem, any questions. But when you do online, you realize if you have a question, if you stuck, like Cindy, you stuck, you want to answer right now. You cannot say, oh, I said an hour to do the online. Now I'm going to do something else because I have this problem. Now that's not good because you prepared to spend an hour on the online class. If you have a question you want to ask, okay? So I would, that's what I have, like a group meet for people to students to discuss, and I set up time for you to meet me, okay? Now, If you cannot come, that's fine, but I do not want you to wait too long before you actually come a question. For example, like you cannot see the problem. Well, you cannot see the problem. How can you get a high grade? Right? That's probably need to be solved in the ASAP. If you wait, because we're going to get at, I'm not scaring you, we will have a lot of content to cover, a lot of concepts. Okay, I do not want you to do that. So that's one reason that I set aside the time. This semester I'm all yours. In other words, I'm saving all my driving time for you. So I don't have to drive to school, right? So I'm saving those driving time for you. So I'm not driving, therefore I'm there for you. Okay. And then another thing, which also very important, it's you're some of you probably want to go to grad school. Okay. Ordinarily, when I give a lecture, I have students interacting with me and they come back, oh, I'll go to grad school, I want to write a recommendation letter. Well, if I see this person, frequently, I have something to write about.
Mm.
Right now, for example, Cindy, if you've never seen me before, I say, well, Dr. Hu, I got a high grade. I want to, go to grad school. Can you write me a reference letter? How can I do that? I will write the lukewarm letter that will hurt you.
Yes.
Okay. So you decide. It's not required. This is online class, and then you can get a high grade as long as you understand everything without even showing your face at all. That's possible. If you prefer that way, that's fine, because my goal is you learn. That's great. If you learn, my job is done. Okay.
I have a feeling you'll be seeing me a lot.
You're welcome. You're welcome to come.
Well, I know you'll be seeing me a lot.
Yeah, that's absolutely not a problem, because I actually have the Zoom. I have those fixed the time. That's where my time. Let me see. Go to the. So here I have this one. I actually have week one, and I'm going to set up like a week 3. So every other week I will set up a time like this one. Now, all those things, as soon as the week 1 is done, I'm going to hide this one, because that's also factor me, factor when I sign the grade. I say, well, at the end of the semester, I say, somebody probably say, well, I have this problem, blah, blah, blah. I say, well, where were you when I set up time that I said I want to meet everybody? Okay. If you can't, and also I said over here, if you can't meet me, you can meet me other times, let me know. Okay. So, I always joking that online classes, me online one time. Okay. So, I feel bad that I cannot see everybody, because I know you choose online because you work during the day and so forth. But I function much better for face-to-face.
Well, unfortunately, I have to work from home, so I'm
Okay.
doing both.
Yes, and also another thing which I also would like to, especially that you spend a lot of time. I have a record of you spend how much time, but I also would like to have a feeling, say, well, some people complain that statistics is too hard, people spend too much time. I want to have a student ask me, how much time actually you spend? If I end up having everybody spending 40 hours a week, we need to do something. You have a life, right?
That is true.
Yeah. Okay.
I have another question then.
Yes.
Now to get this special link that you're going to send us, I am correct in my thinking that you want me to send you an email from my personal email address, from my Gmail account, right? Okay.
Yes. So that's actually very important, because otherwise I cannot see you. And also, don't try to use a computer, other people's computer, and then get on, and then all your record is on somebody else's email.
Mhm.
Okay, never do that. I had a student before, that's, well, you can learn, okay? But if your assessment is under somebody else's email, I cannot give you a grade. Okay. And also another thing is you do not want to, do not want to ask me for your grade. Okay, so here's the problem. So this one over here, it's unique for you.
Okay.
Okay. And at any given time, you say, hey, Dr. Hu, what is my quiz grade? I say, I don't know. I have to create another special. I need to pretend, to be you to log on and to see this. Otherwise, I cannot do very easily about your quiz. I can't do that. Okay. So, that because this one here is I can do the following. I can say, well, for all those 200 quiz questions you have done, here's a grade, but that's not your grade. Remember, your grade is for that specific quiz. It's only the top n number of correct or wrong ones counted. Okay. So I cannot tell your grades. I can only at the end of the semester, then I can write a program to just get all the grades out.
Okay.
Okay. Now, one thing that you do want to make sure that you did is if you find something else, say, well, this is not right. You need to let me know. Okay. If something's not right, with possible reason is, you probably use use different Gmail schedule. Okay. If you use it because this one over here, it's uniquely associated with my email. Okay, so now let me show you that just for you some educational for data stuff. Okay, so for example, in this case, okay, so this entry, this entry is mine. Oh, this is yours. Let me close this one. So this entry is mine. So now you can see this is my account. Okay, if you day one you use your email and the day two you use somebody else's email, you're not going to see the whole picture.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's going to take a lot of work. Basically, you wanted to have the final kind of summary sheet of your grades. You only need one email, and absolutely sure you use that email. Okay.
And since you already put mine up there, you're going to go ahead and send mine to my Gmail account.
So here's what I'm going to do. So in other words, I'm going to first remove the one and generate a new one.
Okay.
This I'm going to share the screen. We'll share the video, only the screen, not your faces, to the class because your question is generally the same with others. Let's see. I'm going to generate another unique kind of string and send it to you.
Okay.
Okay, you can always say how many you have done, and then especially you can check. Yeah, that's not very easy, but you as soon as you see how the structure of this work, you can find. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, what did I do? I don't know what I did.
Okay. You can share your screen, see what I can see what they did.
Okay. All right. Well, so we're sending this to your Gmail.
Yes.
Okay. And your Gmail account is?
It's this. Where is it? Basically, that's my Gmail. My full name. That's it.
I'm not seeing the screen anymore.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna post over there. Okay.
Okay.
It's, Okay.
Okay.
I also wants to have everybody's Gmail for others. Say, for example, when we have a computational program problems, I am going to use the Gmail, you know, the use Gmail to collect your Google Sheets.
Okay.
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 Okay. Any questions?
I don't. You answered my questions. Thank you.
I don't have any right now at this time, but I'm
Okay,
sure I
well,
will later.
I'm sure you're gonna have a question. So, you know, I'm going to share the screen, the share the screen because you know, you cannot see the whole picture. That's the problem. And also, I want you to join Group Me.
Okay.
If you know, as soon as possible. When we have all the people in Group Me, then that's really the way that we fast communicate. If you post a Group Me, I can receive the phone messages. So that's great.
Okay.
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 Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You have a great day.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Cindy.
Bye-bye, Teresa.
Bye.